This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad today. Whether in your car, in your house, the single you got a spouse. It's now time to open up your mouth and let the praise out. Femi Sachs, what are we telling them?
This is a day, bro.
Okay, let me hear it.
This is the day, Lord, you have made. We will rejoice and be.
Good morning, good morning. Uh-oh. I think I gotta fix my, there we go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Hey, happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to each and every one of you all on today. I hope you are ready for Friday. I hope you're ready for to experience all God has in store for you. Come on, do me a favor. Why don't you tag somebody? Why don't you like, share? Yeah, Tez, we're trying to change up a few things. We're making some adjustments. Yeah, we're making a few adjustments to our lives. Yeah, so if you hadn't had a chance to see our new intro, go back and watch it. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's good to see everybody. Good morning, Johanna. Good morning, Devontae. Hey, I see you out there in Wilmington. Good morning to Noah. Hey, Siobhan. Good morning. Hey, as you coming in, say good morning. I'll come in. If you on my other channel, I can't see you. That's why I hadn't said anything if you said something. Hey, I want to talk today. I got a word, y'all. I got a word. I need somebody to hear this today. I have a word for you. Yeah, I got a word for you. I got a good word for you today. Yeah, I got a good word. Do me a favor. Do somebody else a favor. Tag, share, tag, invite, text somebody. Tell them to jump on today. They're going to be glad that they did. They're going to be so glad that they did. Hey, Rosalind, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, Rosalind. I want to talk about when God deals with your complacency. That's what I want to talk about. When God deals with your complacency. This is going to be rich today. When God deals with your complacency. Oh, wow, wow, wow. I want to look at Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 25 through verse 28. Ezekiel chapter 12, verses 25 through verse 28. Come on, be a good class. Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 25 through verse 28. That's what I want to deal with today. Yeah, he says, but I, the Lord, will speak what I will, and it shall be fulfilled without, this is where the church, this is where you ought to tell the church up. It shall be fulfilled without delay. For in your day, somebody ought to get excited right there. In your days, you rebellious people, I will fulfill whatever I say, declares the sovereign Lord. The word of the Lord came to me, son of man. The Israelites are saying the vision he sees is for many years from now. And he prophesies about the distant future. Therefore, say to them, this is what the sovereign Lord says. None of my words will be delayed any longer. That's where you ought to be excited. God says none of his words will be delayed any longer. Whatever I say will be fulfilled. This says the sovereign Lord. Somebody said, I'm excited about what God's ready to do. God's ready to do it, and he's not going to delay it any longer. I want to talk about when God deals with my complacency. Yeah. Have you ever felt stuck? Who am I talking to? Have you ever felt stuck? Come on. Have you ever felt stuck? Not because of obstacles, but because of inaction. Yeah. Felt stuck, not because of opposition, but because of hesitation. Not because you felt stuck, not because the enemy is stopping you. No, this ain't because the enemy is stopping you. It's because you are stopping you. Oh God, y'all need to hear this today. Sometimes the biggest battle is not against the devil. Sometimes the biggest battle is against our own complacency. Somebody get excited right there. The Bible says in Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 25 through 28, God speaks to a people who had gotten too comfortable in their delay. God speaks to a people who got too comfortable in their delay. Is this coming through clear? I want to make sure this is clear. Am I coming through clear? Can you hear me clearly? Can you hear me now? Are you hearing me clearly? He speaks to a people who had gotten too comfortable in their delay. He says in Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 28, none of my words will be delayed any longer. Wow. None of my words will be delayed any longer. Whatever I say will be fulfilled. Wow, wow, wow. Whatever I say will be fulfilled. Somebody, anybody, everybody, type it in the chat. No more complacency. No more complacency. Come on, somebody else type no more delay. I'm not going to get complacent in where I am. To understand why God is speaking so strongly here in this text, we need to look at what's happening in Ezekiel's time. Israel was in Babylonian exile. They had lost their homeland. They were in a foreign land. And instead of fighting for their future, they got comfortable in captivity. Wow, wow, wow. Instead of fighting for their future, they got comfortable in their captivity. That is so good right there. They believed the judgment of God was far off. They believed the judgment of God was far off. They were saying the vision he sees is for years from now. In other words, God's not going to he's not doing anything anytime soon. That's what they believe, that he's not doing anything anytime soon. So we can stay right where we are. God had to shake them out of complacency. God says, for my three folk who's going to shout, no more delay. Come on. I need somebody to type it in the chat, no more delay. God says, I got to shake you out of that mindset. I got to shake you out of that thought pattern. No more delay. Yeah, God says, what I say will happen now. I'm dealing with your complacency and calling you to action. Come on. God says, I'm dealing with your complacency and calling you to action. Here it is, and I need about 10 of y'all to type this in the chat. God, wake me up. Come on. I need 10 of y'all to type that in the chat. God, I need you to wake me up. God, wake me up. What is complacency? Dr. Henry Cloud said this, and this is amazing. Dr. Henry Cloud said growth is always outside of our comfort zone. If you are comfortable, you are probably not growing. I'll say it again. Dr. Henry Cloud said growth is always outside of our comfort zone. If you're comfortable, you're probably not growing. Complacency, I hope you're taking good notes, is a spiritual trap. Complacency is a spiritual trap that makes us settle for less than God's best. Complacency is a trap that, watch this, delay obedience because we think we got time. We lose hunger for the things of God. God is saying to everybody that's on this live this morning, I'm dealing with your complacency because I got more for you. I need you to catch that. God's got more for me. He's got more. He's got more for me. He's got more. All right, let's work principles today. Number one, complacency is the enemy of calling. Type that in the chat. Complacency is the enemy of calling. Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 25 says, for I, the Lord, will speak what I will, and it shall be fulfilled without further delay. Complacency keeps us in comfort when God is calling us to movement. That's so good. That's so good. Let me say this again. Complacency keeps us in comfort when God is calling us to movement. Moses tried to stay in the wilderness, but God called him to Pharaoh. Jonah tried to run in the opposite direction, but God redirected him. The disciples wanted to stay in the boat, but Jesus called them to walk on water. God will not let you stay stuck when he's called you to move forward. Come on here. Somebody ought to just type, I refuse to stay where I am. I refuse to stay where I am when God's called you and me to move forward. That's number one. Number one is complacency is the enemy of calling. Whenever God called Moses, Moses made an excuse. He had an excuse, not a reason. Y'all got to hear that. There's a difference between excuses and reasons, right? Moses had tried to make an excuse. I can't talk because I stutter. God said, no problem, I got you. Take your brother Aaron with you. God ain't gonna let you come out of the calling just because you're scared. Number two, delayed obedience is still disobedience. Who am I helping today? Delayed obedience is still disobedience. I'm in Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 28. The Lord said to them, none of my words will be delayed any longer. Wow. Dr. Henry Cloud said, procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God owes you another opportunity to do what you already had time to do. Wow. Let me say that one more time. Y'all, that just blessed me right there. Dr. Henry Cloud said something that all of us should have just said, ouch. All of us should have just said, ouch. He said, procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God owes you another opportunity to do what you had previously time to do. God doesn't just want you to obey. He wants you to obey now. Wow. I'll say it again for the person in the back of the room. God doesn't want you just to obey. He wants you to obey now. Y'all got to hear that. Some of us are waiting on God when God is waiting on us. Some of us are asking for confirmation, but God already gave us instructions. And some of us are praying for a sign. Lord, if you just give me a sign. But we haven't acted on the last word he gave us. You ain't that's good. Oh, that's good. You're asking God for a sign, but you haven't acted on the last word that he gave you. Here's a question I got for you. What have you been delaying that God told you to do? I'll say it again. What have you been delaying that God already told you to do? I need somebody, anybody, everybody. I need everybody in the chat to type, I'm moving now. I'm moving now. I'm not going to stay complacent any longer. Here's number one. I've done number one. I've done number two. But here's number three principle. Number three principle. God will disrupt your calling. Oh, sorry. Let me say it again. Let me say that. God will disrupt your comfort to activate your calling. God will disrupt your comfort to activate your calling. I need somebody to type that. God will, one more time. God will disrupt your comfort to activate your calling. I'm in Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 25. For in your days I will fulfill whatever I say. God had to shake Israel out of complacency because they got comfortable in captivity. They adapted to a season that was supposed to be temporary. They got used to less when God promised them more. They treated delay like denial. Sometimes God will disrupt your comfort. Sometimes God will disrupt your comfort to push you into your calling. That's why some doors close. It's a push. Y'all, this is too heavy. This is too heavy. This is too heavy. That's why some doors close. You're wondering, God, did you close the door because you're mad with me? He said, I didn't close the door because I'm mad with you. I closed the door to push you. Yo, there's a difference. That's why some relationships ended. Somebody type this. It's a push. Some relationships had to end to push you into what God had for you. That's why some things stopped working, because it was a push. What is God disrupting in your life to push you forward? Somebody ought to type, it's a push. Come on, be a good class. I need you to type, it's a push. I feel this in my soul today. It's a push. I'll write the book later. He's going to push you to write it now. I'll apply for the job later. He's going to push you. He's going to cause folk to frustrate you on the job, to push you. I got something better. God in my own life had to push me. Y'all not talking to me. Y'all not talking. Y'all not talking. In a season where I was willing to settle in a toxic relationship, he was willing to push me out of the relationship, to push me into something better. What is God interrupting in your life to push you into where he's calling you? Wow. Somebody said, God, I won't fight the push. Y'all, that's too good. That's so good right there. You ought to just type that in the chat. God, I won't fight the push. I need everybody to type this today. Listen, this ain't the devil. This ain't the enemy. This ain't a demon that did it. No. Sometimes the greatest enemy, say it slow, is the inner me. I'm my biggest hindrance. Come on. Somebody ought to type, God, I won't fight the push. If you're pushing me to be better, I'm going for it. If you're pushing me to apply, I'm applying for everything I can get my hands on. God, if you're pushing me to greatness, I'm not going to go kicking and screaming. God, I won't fight the push. I need everybody to type that in the chat. I won't fight the push. I'm afraid. I don't know if I'm going to get approved for the school. God says, I need you not to fight the push. But number four. All right, let's go back. Number one, complacency. If you're just joining me, complacency is the enemy of calling. That's number one. Number two, delayed obedience is still disobedience. Number three, God will disrupt your comfort to activate your calling. God will disrupt your comfort to activate your calling. Number four, here we are. Number four, when God speaks, you must move. I'll say it again. When God speaks, you must move. I'm in Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 28. Whatever I say, this is what the Lord is saying, whatever I say will be fulfilled. God, and I hope somebody write this on the chat, tweet it, post it. God does not waste words. Come on here, come on. God does not waste words. If he spoke it, he meant it. If he promised it, he will perform it. If he declared it, nothing can stop it. But here's the key. You have to move in alignment with what he said. Come on, that's good right there. God told Noah to build an ark before rain ever fell. God told Abraham to move before he saw the land. God told Peter to step out before the water became stable. Are you waiting on proof, or are you moving in faith? Let me say that one more time. Let me rewind the tape. Are you moving in? Are you waiting on proof, or are you moving in faith? Come on. Come on. Are you waiting on proof? I need proof before I can step out, God. Or are you stepping out in faith? Come on. I need y'all to answer. Type either proof or faith. You can't do both. I'm stepping out in faith. Listen, if I was on the other side of this camera, I'd be typing faith. Faith, faith, faith. Because if you gotta have proof, you may never move. Wow. Thank you, Tanoa. She said faith. What are you stepping out in? Do you have to have proof before you move? Or do you have to say, God, I'm stepping out in faith? Where y'all at today? Is it proof or is it faith? Your decision. Come on. Come on. I see y'all. Y'all saying faith. Look at the folks saying faith. I'm stepping out in faith. Thank you, Siobhan. She said faith. Ted said faith. Rosalind said faith. That's what I'm stepping out in. I'm moving in faith. All right. So let's do 5 things. 5 things. How to overcome complacency. Can I tell you this? And I got to get out of here. How do I overcome complacency? Number 1, recognize where you've settled. You got to recognize where you've settled. That's number 1. How do I overcome complacency? How do I overcome complacency? Number 1, you got to recognize where you've settled, where you've gotten too comfortable. Number 2, you got to take immediate action. What are you talking about, preacher? I'm teaching you how to overcome complacency. You got to recognize where you've settled. Number 2, you got to take immediate action. You got to start today, not tomorrow. I came from a family that would say, why put off for tomorrow what you can do today? Wow. Why put off to tomorrow what you can accomplish today? Why? Because tomorrow is not promised to you. Who told you you were going to see tomorrow? Who told you the opportunity was going to wait on you? He said, the day you hear my voice, harden not your heart. The day, wow. He's dealing with my complacency. So number 1, how to overcome complacency. I got to recognize where I've settled. Number 2, I got to take immediate action. But number 3, I got to shift my mindset. Number 3, shift your mindset. Stop seeing delay as an excuse to stay still. That's good. Stop seeing delay as an excuse to stay still. Number 1, recognize where you've settled. Number 2, take immediate action. Number 3, shift your mindset. Number 4, Stay accountable. Wow. Stay accountable. Get people around you who pushes you forward, not pull you backwards. Get people around you who's going to push you forward, not pull you backwards. And number 5, expect acceleration. 5 things I just gave you on how to overcome complacency. Number 1, recognize where you've settled. Number 2, take immediate action. Number 3, shift your mindset. Number 4, stay accountable. Get around people who's going to push you forward. Number 5, expect acceleration. When you move, God moves. He's waiting on you. You're not waiting on him. Family, I don't know where you've been stuck. I don't know what you've been, I don't know what you've been delaying. I don't know where complacency has crept in. But I do know this. God says no more delay. No more waiting when you should be working. Y'all got to hear that. No more waiting when you should be working. No more sitting when you should be walking. No more stalling when you should be striving. Somebody, anybody in the chat, I need you to declare, God, deal with my complacency. Somebody ought to declare, I'm stepping into obedience. And somebody else should be declaring, I'm moving now. Yeah. I want to give you this last prophetic word. Your waiting season is over. Wow. Your waiting season is over. Preacher, you don't know. I've been waiting on that word. Preacher, you don't know. I've been waiting on that word. I came to tell you from the word of God, your waiting season is over. Now's the time. Strike now. Strike now. Move now. Write the book now. Write it while it's still hot in your spirit. Write it now. Move now. Accomplish it now. Apply for the car now. You're going to get it. Apply for the house. Move now. Move now. No more delay. Walk in faith. I pray this blessed you today. I'm done. I pray this blessed you today. I'm out of time, but I'm not out of word. I can't wait for Sunday morning. This Sunday morning. Wow. This Sunday morning. Listen, I need some of you all to sow into this word. This word was rich today. This was a rich word. Oh my God. I was in Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 25 through 28. I need you to sow a $28 seed. Can I get you to do that today? Would you sow a $28 seed today? Right there, right here. I need you to sow a seed today. I'm sowing a $28 seed. What are you sowing? Ezekiel 12 through 28. Ezekiel chapter 12, 25 through 28. I'm sowing that seed. Sow a $28 seed today. Listen, I can't wait to see you this Sunday morning. I got such a word. If you were there last Sunday, the Lord was simply in the room down to the crack in the crevice. His presence was all in the room last Sunday morning. Where? At Connect Church Raleigh. It was a blessing. Connect Church Raleigh. Yeah, God lives at Connect Church Raleigh. He lives there. He's so there. The worship, amazing. Wow. God gave me a word for those last week. God is amazing. Listen, sow a $28 seed right there. Don't miss this word. This word was rich. God dealing with my complacency because the waiting season is over. When God starts talking to you about something he's trying to fulfill, Don't allow your mentality to get in the way of what he wants to do now, right now, not tomorrow. He wants to do it now. So I'm going to challenge you to sow a $28 seed. Can I challenge you to sow a $28 seed? I don't have 28. I need you to listen. You don't have 28, sow 18. I don't have 18, sow 8. I need you to sow in the 8s. So either $8 seed, an $18 seed, or a $28 seed. Listen, if you want to sow more than that, you can sow 108. Whatever it is, I need you to sow a seed today. It's going to bless your life right there. Right there. I need you to sow that seed today. Hey, listen, I hope this word blessed you today. Did this word bless you today? The last 2 days, I came on yesterday and I did an impromptu. And now this morning, God is speaking. Listen, he's speaking so loud. So loud. Listen, I hope this word blessed you today. I look forward to seeing you this coming Sunday morning at Connections Raleigh. May the Lord continuously bless your life. And I look forward to seeing you Sunday morning. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad today. Whether in your car, in your house, the single you got a spouse. It's now time to open up your mouth and let